everyone, my name is Shripati Venkatesh, the regional trader, and I wanted to make this video to share my strategy with everyone so that if anyone are struggling with uh, losses, they can make a utilize of this particular strategy and make consistent profit, right? It's a very simple price action strategy that I follow. I do not use any indicators. I really don't depend upon indicators because I've lost a lot of money initially when I was learning using indicators, and I learned the hard way. And finally I understood that you just have to focus on the price rather than indicators, because indicators are lagging. They move after the price movement happens. So the price moves first and then the indicator. So it took time for me to realize that after losing a lot of money, going through a lot of stress and everything. Finally I understood that that's not how it is done, right? And now what I do is, and I simply follow price action strategy. Simple one. I do not use any indicators. Indicators are not actually required. So the stock market trading is simple. Okay, it is the game of probability, right? Nobody can predict price movement, right? It's only the probability game. So for example, you have a strong strategy and you keep executing it without any hesitation, and the probability will decide if you're going to make money or not, right? You just have to strictly follow rules. Other than rules, there's nothing else in the market. If you just follow the rules, at the end of the day or end of the month, right, if you would have taken like 10 or 20 trades, and even if 50% of the trade goes south, if you are managing your risk management, if you are following the risk management, you will be in a very good profit, right? So that is called trading system. If you follow that, that's more than enough. That's how people are making money. It's not that you can actually bet on any trade and you succeed each and every trade, right? No, it doesn't happen that way. Nobody knows where the market is moving, right? It is just the probability game. So if you are able to understand that and follow the rules, then you would be able to become successful and profitable trader. Okay, I would suggest start with small, and I think with small capital also you can grow the account and make a lot of money, right? So let's get started. So this is one of the stock. I have added many stocks into my watch list according to my setup, and you can see it over here, right hand side. I have about how many stocks? For 49 stocks in the list. All right. I have multiple watch lists for multiple setups, but mainly one setup which I actually use for trading every day, right? Um, okay, this is one of the stock. This is Paytm. It is called 197 Communication Limited. It's a Paytm actually. So here you can see I'm using 1 hour time frame, and I have drawn trend lines, and then the price broke out and it has given about almost 7% gain today, returns today, right? So I didn't trade this because whenever there's a gap up, I do not trade because the chances of it reversing and giving me loss is very high. So I don't usually trade when price gaps up. Okay, so here what I have done is I've just joined all the resistance, okay, and then I've joined all the support. Okay, that's all I have done, nothing else. It's not rocket science. It's very simple, as I mentioned initially. You just have to join the resistance. When I say resistance, a point where the price suddenly reverses and then it starts going opposite direction, right? And at the bottom, when I say support, a price takes a support, meaning it reverses, it reverses and it starts going up. You see here the price came here, suddenly for no reason it actually fell, and then it took a support here, it stopped here, and then it reversed again, it started going up. There here it stopped and it started falling. Here it actually took support, meaning it reversed and it started going up. So this is called support and rejections or resistance. You just have to connect those. If you're able to identify and connect those, um, nothing like it, and these are called patterns, price action patterns. If you are really serious about this, you can join my group. I teach people also about price action patterns and price action, and I also teach my strategies. So you can join, you can reach out to me, and I can actually teach you guys how exactly it is done, right? So I have just drawn the trend line, and once it broke, it actually gave about 7. It's still going. It's a live market. It's still going up 7.5%. And let me tell you this, guys. I am not a SEBI registered professional. I do not have any registration or license from SEBI or any other institutions, and I do not recommend anyone to take any position looking at this video. I'm not a SEBI registered person, and this is not a signal. This is only for education purpose. I'm making this video. This has worked out for me, so I felt that I should share this with you guys, so that many people are struggling. Even I was struggling some time back when I was actually making a lot of losses. I was not understanding what to do, and many people do not have money also to actually go for a training, paying a lot of money, right? In the market people are charging 50,000, 30,000, 70,000, like that for a training. There's no guarantee that it's going to work for you or not, right? So that is also one of the main reason why I thought I should make videos and share with you guys. So that is the reason why I'm making this video. So let's start. So you understood now how to draw a pattern. So this is one of the pattern, and it gave about 7%. I didn't take any trade here. The next stock is Polycab, and here I did the same thing, same drill, and today it actually gapped up again. Whenever it gaps up, I do not take trade. Okay, the chances of it reversing is very high, so I do not trade. So today it gave about 6% gain today on single. Okay, and then next one is Bharat Forge, and this stock gave about nearly 7.5%, and then it reversed, and I think it is taking support at a higher time frame trend line. So at a lower time frame trend line, it is still bullish. Okay, if you would have taken a trade over here, you could have made really nice money. I only trade in stock options. I do not trade in equity. I sometimes take a swing trade, but mostly I trade in stock options, because you need very less capital, because options is leveraged product, and I make a utilize of that, right? And let me tell you guys, stock options or any sort of a option and future contracts are very risky game, right? It is not for everyone. Only people who know about option Greeks and know about how options work should trade in options. Otherwise, they should strictly limit themselves to equity, cash market. If you try to trade in options, you will lose a lot of money, right? So you will lose a lot of money. So I am getting one alert already. Okay, today I actually traded this. It is reverse. Okay, so we'll talk about this trade also. I actually made a money. I made little money in this, about 1,000, I guess. I made money in this. So we'll all discuss all that. Okay. So when I say option, right? For example, Bharat Forge, right? So let's see if okay, this is Zerodha. This is the console that I use for doing trading. And today I took one position in Angel One, and I made a loss of 3,250 rupees. And then Hero Motocorp, I made 4,500 in that. NTPC 900. As I mentioned, there was a one particular what do you say notification that came up on the popped up on the screen. So it was about that. I had set an alert, and I was able to make 1,000 rupees. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? It's somewhere here. It is in my watch list actually. Not able to find that. No problem. We'll find that later. Should be somewhere here. That's okay. Okay, and then I made a small profit in Nykaa, 4,500 again. So total today's profit is 6,700 rupees, right? With a capital of 50,000, I was able to make, well, it's not entire 50,000 I deployed. Some stock required 13,000, some stock required 23, like that. Okay, let's discuss about this particular stock, that is Bharat Forge. Let me open the option chain, and this is option chain, guys. These are called strike prices, and these are in the money. This is out of the money call side. This is out of the money, and this is in the money put side. So I don't want to get into detail of that, so I'll make a separate video for that. Okay, so I have added at the money. So let me see what price it actually gave a breakout. It gave a breakout at 1887. 1887. 1887. I think this is the one, right? This is the one. And then let me add this also. Okay. So the capital that I used was 32,000 for this. Okay. Let me open the chart. Okay, one second. Let me clear all this. Okay. So this is a chart, guys. If you see here, this was the pattern. So it gave a breakout, it broke out at 11:15. So let me see here, 11:15 over here. It's 12:15. What time? Okay, it isn't. Yes, 12:15. Okay, 12:15. Okay, so from here to here, it gave about 112%. 112% meaning, so if I open the calculator, so this is about 90.61 points, right? You see here 90.61 points, and one lot is equal to 500 units, right? It's 500 units, correct. 500 units into 90.16. I made about 45,000. I mean, I didn't make it, so you can make it, make a profit of 45,080 with just a capital of 33. That's more than 100%. So this is the main reason why I trade in options, but I would not recommend anyone to use options to trade, because you need to know option Greeks and many other things in order for you to actually take up a trade. Okay, I would not suggest. Okay, then let's go to next one. See here, so this is one of the trade that I traded in equity in cash, and it gained about 34% in 29 days, right? That includes Saturday, Sunday and everything, right? So this is the kind of move a particular stock could actually give you, right? Today I took a trade in this. You can see here, Hero Motor Corp, right? I took a trade and I made 4,500. I exited quite early, and I entered also late. I entered somewhere over here and then exited here, right? So I captured only 1%. If I actually captured the entire 4.5%, I would have made at least 25,000, right? Let me see. So Bosch, again, same drill. It gave a breakout from here, made about 5.5. I mean, you could have made about 5.5%, right? In just single day, right? This actually was I wanted to take a trade in this because when market opened it was coming down. I thought it's going to actually go down, right? It was a fake breakout, and then suddenly reversed. I had not put alert, and I missed it. If I would have traded this easily 25,000 I would have made, because very nice move this was. I really missed it. This also I had not put alert. 6%. Yesterday it actually broke out, and 2 days 6%. Right, this was very good. This gave about 7.5%, almost 8%. Right, this was one of the stock I took a trade. I exited early. I made about 1,500 or something in this. Total return is 8.5%. Just 2-3 days. Yeah, S Bank I underestimated the stock because I thought this will take a rejection here because it's not doing good, and then it gave about 11% in 2 days. Right, and Computer Age Management Service, this stock is given about 10.5, almost 11%. Right, so this is how, guys, you actually trade in stock options. You will get at least one good trade in a week. Okay, at least one good trade. You don't have to trade every day. One good trade, for example, if you consider this one, it actually broke out. You could have taken a trade here, then you could have made 10.5%. 10.5% easily you could have made, if even if you actually trade in cash, right? For example, you're using 1 to 2 lakhs or 3 lakhs, right? 30,000 or 40,000 you could have made in cash itself, and in options easily you could have made 60-70,000. This is only one trade in a month, right? If you trade weekly once and average, if you are able to capture such move twice in a month, I think you can make a living out of this, right? That's not a problem, but you should know about price action properly. You should know about option Greeks, how options work, and you should know how to select stocks, how to draw patterns. Only if you actually just draw patterns, you'll not be able to trade. There are certain nuances, there are certain conditions when entering into a trade, right? That I'll not be discussing here. I'll make a separate video for that. Just because it is actually crossing this trend line, you cannot get in. Mostly it will reverse and it will give you loss. Never do that. This is only for education purpose that I'm doing. If you guys want to learn, you can reach out. You can put a comment, and I will actually tell you how it exactly is done. Okay, you can be part of my group. I share charts and I share insights about each trades in the group, right? So yeah, there are many stocks actually. This also gave a very good breakout, right? Gave about 7.5%. Amber. Yeah, this one I was a little skeptical. Yesterday I wanted to take a trade, but I was not confident. But then 5.5%, right? And this one is very volatile because of the war and all, and I didn't want to enter into that. And this is one of the trade that I explained to my trainees, right? And yeah, so this was one of the example that I gave them, right? So I entered here and then I made 10% in just 2 days, I guess. Yeah, almost about 2 days, 10%. Then again it actually consolidated and gave a breakout, right? Right, and yeah, I think this is good enough, I guess, now to understand for you guys. Many stock actually give a breakout. Lately, many stocks are performing. Biocon, this I missed yesterday. Lupin also. Lodha is now breaking out, but it's not. It's a very tricky. I think it will reverse. It's not a proper breakout. Yeah, I think Cipla Pharmacy is doing good. Trent, Astral failed. Torrent Pharma, SDFC, Bharti et al. Reversed. Okay, this one I missed, guys. I really regret why I didn't enter into this trade, but it was the really nice trade. This was 6%. I don't hold more than 2 days, guys. I don't hold more than 2-3 days. Even if it is like less, this thing I get up. This one, right? This is one of the good example I can give you. So I made a couple of thousands over here. I'll show you. Okay, here. So this is day before yesterday. I took a trade in Inox Wind. I made about 2,395. It was somewhere here. So no, not there. Here. Okay. So here, it was breaking out. I took a trade and then reversed. So that's the reason why I made only 2,300, right? And then later I still felt that this is going to give a good breakout, and then next day, right? Next day, see, again I took a trade. Again, what happened? I actually I didn't put an alert. It was somewhere over here. I took a trade and then it reversed here. Then I had to close it. Then I made about 1,000, and then today it fell. It fell. That's the reason you need to know certain conditions. Without conditions, if you think that by just drawing the line, trend lines, you'd be able to take trade and win the trade. No, it's not going to happen. There are certain things you need to be aware of, right? So you can reach out, you can comment, you can like this video. If you like it, I'll make another video. So thank you, guys.